You got your 6-week clearance. You're ready to feel like yourself again. You go back to the gym and you start trying to work out. It feels great. It feels awesome. It feels good to move. But then slowly, whether it's a couple days or a couple weeks later, you start leaking. Your back starts to hurt. You lose a lot of motivation. You're completely exhausted, and slowly but surely, you quit and then blame yourself for being the problem. I remember very vividly, just a couple months ago after having my second, I started moving, and the black hole feeling just didn't go away. I thought it was just going to kind of come back like, oh, I'm a fit person. I worked out before, during my pregnancy, and afterwards, like, okay, I'll just get back to the way I was training before. And even this coach, even no matter who you are, you can't skip this special season that you're in. This postpartum season is extremely special when it comes to how your body needs to replenish itself after such a hard job. I just recently had my second kid and I birthed him in the car. I had planned and prepared everything for the birth, nailed it. Literally on the way to the hospital, had this baby in a squat position in the front seat. Totally cool, totally euphoric, awesome, cool experience. Worked so hard, accumulated so much knowledge to do so. However, I thought I could skip the season of recovering during postpartum in order to lift again. I've been an athlete my whole life. I lift heavy. I'm a coach. I coach other people in this. And yet still, I was not able to skip this season. And in trying to just skip it, I actually did more damage than good. The biggest thing that I learned is that my body still had this season I need to go through, and I wasn't able to skip it. And here is unfortunately what nobody says about that 6-week clearance. That 6-week clearance is not functional. It's simply medical. It's saying that under conditions of normal people having help or whatnot, right? Maybe getting to rest and having good nutrition and water and hydration. Under all of these perfect circumstances, somebody should be able to heal, like the uterus can heal within 6 weeks. Because did they go in there and check in your uterus afterwards? No, they don't, right? They just kind of ask you how you're feeling. They poke around a little bit. And for the most part, they're like, all right, you can start working out. But it's not functional. It's not telling you, okay, yeah, you're ready to hit the ground running. It's not just a green light. It's a starting line. It's a, hey, let's build foundation from here kind of line. It means that your tissue is probably healed, but that doesn't necessarily mean that all of the systems of the body are ready to go. There are 3 systems that really need to be healed, looked at, refined, redefined before you get into the heavy lifting, before you start to enter the season where it's like, all right, I work out again. There is this beautiful season of rebuilding, redefining, and really getting in tune with this new circuitry that you've been given. It's really cool. Like nobody ever told me. It's called matrix. Your brain is literally being restructured. Your body is literally being restructured. And we chalk it up to hormones, and we chalk it up to like moms being crazy. I always thought moms were crazy, and it wasn't until I became a mom that I'm like, oh, this is why. Like, we are being tested in every single way. But if we don't tap into the recircuitry, we don't understand what these hormones could do for us, we're going to let them take hold of us and kind of destroy us. So there really are 3 systems, or generally, that you want to kind of work on, be very intentional about. Because what we need to start understanding is healing is going to continue to progress us. It's going to set a foundation that's really strong that we can build a beautiful house on. We just hate the fact that the entire house has been demolished, right? But what's really cool is you can rebuild and redecorate and redesign. And that can be really fun if you take it that kind of way. All right, so the first thing that you really want to think about is your breath and your pressure systems. So like when you inhale and exhale, shallow, deep, fast, slow, all of these different ways, there's different pressure built up in the innards, right? And we need to learn how to close everything back up, create the proper type of pressure so that we don't leak and we don't dome when we're doing things. Like when you go to pick up your kid, your belly's not doming out and your back's taking the load, right? It's learning how to Stay calm with your breath. Exhale into a nice tight squeeze as much as you can, and lift and do things in your day to day with that in mind. So that's helping your breath and your pressure system. The next is your nervous system, your sleep, your stress. Those types of things start to stack. And when we get really obsessed with something like trying to lose our baby weight and we don't set this foundation correct, we sign up for a 4 a.m. boot camp after we've only had 3 hours of sleep because the baby's been crying all night. And we actually set ourselves back because the nervous system still hasn't healed. We just gave it a sucker punch again. And we're demanding our body to do more, more, more. And it's creating an unsafe and kind of stressed out, higher anxiety level rather than, hey, sleep is going to make my body perform and heal better and progress me better than that 4 a.m. boot camp. This season of postpartum is extremely important when those decisions start to impact in a huge way over a long period of time. Recovery drives progress. It does not pause it. We have to be okay with resting. And I'm not just saying don't do anything in your house. Of course, we need to do things. We need to work. We need to go about our days and do things. But don't beat yourself up. Don't try to do as much as possible. Don't be the overachiever right now. It's just not right now. It's a season. And the longer you try to get out of the season, the quicker you try to get out of the season, the longer you will be in the season. I promise you. And the third system is foundational movement systems, like learning how to hinge again before you just go and load like the 135 that you were doing in your deadlift prior. If you were lifting heavy before or lifting anything, even if it's a 30-pound kettlebell, if you were lifting that prior to, you need to relearn how to hinge. Your hips have drastically changed. Your rib cage has drastically changed. Shape, size, movability, rotational ability. Getting those things back down and fine-tuning them and getting to know the way it's sitting now or redefining how it sits is so important and vital before loading it. Get to know the new circuitry here, and even in your muscular structure. So learning your hinge pattern again before deadlifting, learning your squat pattern again before loading it with any kind of weight. Okay, so here's your only homework. Nobody in the gym is doing this, and it is the one thing that most moms forget to start doing. In 30 seconds each day, I want you to become extremely mindful about your movements. When you go to pick something up, when you go to reach for something, when you go to grab your kid, when you go to pick up the car seat, whatever it is that you're doing, even when you're doing the dishes, creating a proper engagement, a proper bracing. So even if you're sitting down right now with me, whatever, if you're in your car, don't be in your car, walking, whatever it is right now, just take 30 seconds. I want you to do like a Kegel almost, like brace in, let your rib cage kind of drop, lats down in the back, drop down into that belly button core, right? So your Kegel's up, it's squeezing nice and tight, your belly button's pulling in, everything else is dropping down into it, and we are bracing without crazy pressure and not with our breath. We could breathe freely while we do this. We're just trying to get that muscular system going again neurologically. I remember this took me quite a bit of time to actually feel deeply. You just feel a little bit first. And then the next time you do it, you feel a little bit more. And then the next time you do it, you feel a little bit more. You're creating a new relationship with your pelvic floor, with your core system, with all of it. So give it a couple tries, but each day, just micro dose it and put it into your day as you're doing your regular things, picking up the laundry basket. And listen, I get it. Maybe you're just a working mom and you're sitting at a desk. Cool. That's also very important. You still have healing to do. 30 seconds a day. That's it. Dang. You can do that. If you want the full picture and you really want to know where you are, what to be focusing on next, I've created a postpartum readiness checklist that helps bring you stage by stage what to be looking for, how you progress to the next stage by these micro doses, right? It's completely free. Check the caption below. Go ahead and download it, follow it. Remember, you are not behind. You are in a season, and I want you to capture that season to its fullest. So I'll see you again next week.